Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about how to save money with low income. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Saving money on a low salary may appear to be an oxymoron. Trying to increase your savings, when you're struggling to make ends meet, may feel insurmountable. Life, on the other hand, is happening right now. And everything you want to do with your life can't be put off until someday. Someday has arrived. So, whatever you want to save for travel, retirement, starting a side business, making a career shift, or buying a home, we'll help you get from salary to paycheck to savings. It makes no difference if you don't have hundreds of dollars to save aside every month. It's not the large, flashy wins that move the needle the most in life, just like it's not the big, flashy wins that move the needle the most in life. It's the modest, 1 percentage point increases that add up to a huge impact over time. You're creating a saver's mindset just by getting started, no matter how tiny. The increases will come, but you can improve the trajectory of your long-term finances right now by setting up a few simple ways to save. We'll go over some basic strategies that will help you save money on a low income in any situation. Know where you're going to start. Identifying and prioritizing your priorities. Creating a plan of action. Putting oneself in a situation where you can save money. After that, we'll go over some pointers to help you master each one. Budgets have a dreadful rep. They're difficult to design and manage, and they limit your options. It's possible that this is why the majority of people don't use one. They aren't, however. In fact, one of the most difficult aspects of budgeting is that it will tell us things we don't want to hear. Truth is not what it appears to be, but what it is, remarked Frank Sonnenberg. Putting it down on paper will reveal where your money is leaking, and give you a heads up on where you should focus first for the greatest impact. Keeping a budget, on the other hand, will provide you with an apples-to-apples comparison from month to month. Seeing how far you've come can be quite encouraging. A budget will enable you to get more out of life rather than less. The following are the top 10 techniques to save money on a tight budget. Number 10. Consider your lifestyle. According to James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, your potential to create habits that can improve your life is influenced by your environment. How do you spend your weekends? Do you find yourself doing activities that aren't favorable to saving money on a regular basis? Dinner and drinks out are wonderful once in a while, but a less expensive option might help you establish an emergency fund in a matter of months. With whom do you spend your time? Are they on board with your decision to spend more deliberately? Without going near a retail mall, there are plenty of things to do. Indeed, this past Christmas was one of the first in which I did not visit a shopping center. Conclusions. We all have times when we feel like we're on the verge of something bad happening. I hope yours is only temporary. Even if you have a limited budget, the strategies outlined here will help you make the most of what you have. Whether you're 20 or 60, knowing what's coming in and where it's going is critical. Budgeting isn't difficult. In fact, the most difficult aspect of it is that it presents us with options and requires us to make decisions. We all have a budget, and as David Allen famously observed, you can do anything, but not everything. The money-saving techniques presented here are primarily focused on the short term, and are intended to save money right away. They'll help you free up some cash in your budget so you can pay off debt, start saving for an emergency fund, or simply have more money each month. The main purpose, though, is to create a basic system that works for you. To form the habits that will cause you to scrutinize every expense on an instinctive level. Number 9. Bring in more money. Saving money entails passive behavior, such as going without or limiting one's spending. But, if you're attempting to save money on a tight budget, why not earn extra money on your own terms? Do you have any furniture that you no longer use? Try Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace to sell it. Exercise equipment, huge tools, athletic equipment, laptops, and phones are all examples of this. Walking dogs or cleaning houses can earn you $25 to $50 per hour, and you can start right now. Number 8. Give yourself an allowance, in cash. I get that we are on a tight budget, but let's be honest. Every week, we all spend a few dollars. It's easy to lose sight of how much money is slipping through your fingers each month, when you use a debit card for $5 here and $9 there. When you have to hand away money, there is a higher level of emotional connection. You'll be more willing to consider alternatives if you know exactly how much time you have left. Bills can be paid and tracked electronically because they are pretty predictable. Giving oneself a monetary allowance, on the other hand, encourages you to spend it more carefully. Number 7. Use automation to your advantage. Pay yourself first, we've all heard it said. It's a powerful concept, but few people actually put it into practice. Warren Buffett is one of them. One of his most famous lines is, "Don't save what's left over after spending. Spend what's left after you've saved." Automatically depositing money in savings should be your initial cost while establishing your budget. This process can be automated for 2 reasons. The most typical strategy for people to become millionaires is to make consistent deposits over a long period of time. Compound interest, according to Albert Einstein, is the 8th wonder of the world. The load of choice is lifted off your shoulders when you pay yourself first with every paycheck. If you're deducting $200 from each paycheck, you may have realized you can't afford that new car payment. So you drive your slightly dented car while saving money and watching your net worth grow month after month. Number 6. Consider downsizing your mortgage. A roof over our heads is a must, but the size of our house isn't something we'll be proud of later in life. It'll be the things we made, developed, or enhanced, or the people we met, that will matter the most. If your long-term goals include starting a business, paying off debt, or increasing savings, but your mortgage consumes 40% or more of your income, it may be time to downsize. It's a difficult decision, but sometimes taking a momentary step back allows you to take more permanent ones forward. Number 5. Save money fast by eliminating car payments. Buying a new car is the single worst financial decision you can make, argues self-made entrepreneur and author David Bark. A new car is one of the most rapidly depreciating things you can buy, yet most cars are unused 95% of the time. The average monthly car payment is between $450 and $475. You'd notice a monthly increase in your net worth if you suddenly had that to work with. Number 4. Reduce insurance costs. Check around if you've had your auto or homeowner's insurance for a while. There are more options accessible today than there were a decade ago, just as there were a decade ago with cable television. Because more people work from home, features like paying based on how much you actually drive are becoming increasingly popular. Most people are hesitant to do so because it always entails giving out your phone number, and then answering calls for the following week. Not any longer. You may now do everything online without ever having to make a sales call. In fact, I just received many rates for home and auto insurance this week. I'll be switching next week, saving $500 on our home's policy, and nearly $700 on our auto policy, all for the same level of coverage. Number 3. Watch TV without paying for cable. When Netflix came around, cable TV was like Blockbuster Video. Who wants to drive to a store to rent a movie when you can do it from the comfort of your own home? When cable became popular in the 1980s, it was a curiosity. However, there are now considerably less expensive alternatives. You don't have to pay exorbitant rates for dozens of channels you'll never view, or be nickeled and dimmed with never-ending remote and cable box rental fees. Number 2. Cancel subscriptions that drain your budget. In a mall, you can't buy clothes without being asked for your email address. And passing past a platter of warm chocolate chip cookies every day is like walking past a flash sale email. It's difficult to pass up the opportunity to save 40% only until tomorrow. However, if you buy more than you require during the year, you are depleting your budget rather than increasing it. Even when discounts are applied. After we shed those £15, chocolate chip cookies will still be available. Those sales will suffer as well. So, for the time being, unsubscribe and avoid the temptation. Number 1. Meal planning has an immediate impact. Surprisingly, food is one of the top 2 or 3 monthly expenses for the majority of people. Because we acquire food in so many different ways, it tends to fall between the cracks. Grocery stores, office lunches, restaurants, takeout, and convenience stores are all available. It's not difficult to plan your meals for a week. And if you can go to the grocery once and come home with enough food for every meal, and snack for the whole week, you can save hundreds of dollars per month. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.